Master of Puppets by Metallica is often regarded as one of the group's best records. It was recorded between September and December of 1985 and released in March of 1986 by Elektra Records. It would be the final album to feature Cliff Burton before his untimely death. The album was produced by Flemming Rasmussen, who had previously worked with the group on Ride the Lightning and would continue with them into And Justice for All. Originally, though, the group was trying to get Rush's Geddy Lee to produce, but this fell through. The record was part of a new 8-album deal with Elektra Records, who had signed the group during their Ride the Lightning tour. With Elektra on their side, they began to book larger venues, get more promotion, and had previous albums re-released. With the help of their new manager, John Zalula, they were able to play the Monsters of Rock Festival to a massive crowd. If people weren't aware of Metallica already, they were now. The band wanted to create an album that not only appealed to their fans, but critics as well. This would be the first Metallica record of theirs not to include any material from former band member Dave Mustaine. There would be a small section of guitar work that was originally from Mustaine on Leper Messiah from his song The Hills Ran Red. In addition to writing their own material, the group wanted to improve musically. Drummer Lars Ulrich began working with a drum instructor, and guitarist Kirk Hammett started practicing with legendary Joe Satriani. The band showed up to record at Sweet Silence Studios in Denmark, incredibly prepared with demos and only 2 tracks unwritten, Orion and The Thing That Should Not Be. Despite the producers saying that little had to be done to workshop the songs, recording was still long, due to the band wanting the album to be perfect. They continued musically with what they were doing on Ride the Lightning, adding more acoustic guitars and varied playing on many of the tracks. The title track and theme of the album was explained as being people being manipulated by unseen forces. This is very reflective in the track Disposable Heroes. 2 major literature sources served as inspiration for some of the tracks. The Thing That Should Not Be was inspired by the story The Shadow over Innsmouth, which is part of the Cthulhu mythos by H.P. Lovecraft. Sanitarium was inspired by One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest by Ken Kesey. The title of the track Leper Messiah was taken from the David Bowie track Ziggy Stardust and reflected the controversies surrounding televangelism in the 1980s. Orion was showcasing the incredible bass work of Cliff Burton and was a showcase of his classically trained skills. These themes of control, fear, and death continued into the album's artwork by Don Brottingham. Brottingham was an accomplished artist who had designed covers for Anthrax, Motley Crue, AC/DC, and novels by Stephen King, including his masterwork, The Stand. The original painting would later be sold in 2008 for $28,000. At the time, the PMRC was slapping their advisory sticker on every album, so Metallica produced a fake one to use on their album. When it was released, it was lauded by fans and critics alike, who called it a masterpiece. It had an incredible 72-week run on the Billboard 200, with its highest position being 29. It would be the first album of the group to go gold, and in 2003 would be 6 times platinum. Instead of promoting the album with a music video or a single, the band went right into touring with Ozzy Osbourne. While the tour was incredibly successful and exposed the group to many more fans, it would also be marked by the group's greatest tragedy. On September 26th in Sweden, the bus carrying the band would crash and kill Cliff Burton. The band would cancel the rest of their tour dates and return to the States to regroup and mourn their friend. Eventually, the group would enlist Jason Newsted as their new bass player and carry on with their career. Master of Puppets has paid its dues and earned its place as not only one of the greatest thrash metal albums of all time, but also as one of the most fantastically crafted and important records of all time. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to help support this channel, like, share, comment, subscribe, check out my old videos, and I will see you guys next time.